is that time. Y'all ready to get this thing started? Let me say yeah. Okay, we there. Quick announcements. Go ahead and silence those phones. I need respect the mic. Can I get a shush on 3, 1, 2, 3? Shh. Y'all in for a treat. Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to Pins Live 3, a poetic play. I know y'all don't know what that means, but we're gonna find out today, okay? Hey, that was not the right cue, but don't worry about that. We're gonna keep that thing going. Look, I'm a comedian. Y'all laughing. That's funny. Boom, and it's like that.
I've been chilling in the clouds lately. I've been flying. I got my tribe on my back. That's who I'm trying to float if I ever catch a bullet. That's who I'm dying. Can't call me the black sheep, because now all I do is roll. I'm eating that. That's who I do it for. They wake up my passion when it's on stupid. I'm who they roll for, and all you got is haters on you. You who they shoot for. They aiming at your neck, but in your face smile. Smile for the enemy, stay trying. Aim at my wings, I'm still gonna say blind. You can try it, but you have to watch me flat because my soul ain't ever dying. Come on. I go hard, like body parts slowly being touched on. Hard like the rocks that hit the blocks, I'm dope. Meet you on the corner of your mind to inject these ice cold bars. The way my pen be defrosting, dope. Poetic prescriptions packaged into punchlines, which means I'm sweet and I hit like a blunt, keeping you lifted like Netflix so you can stay with your negative thinking. I say it's a miracle. Come on. I spit these bars without the alcohol because after all, I ain't done, but not finished with this poem. I'm a color like nature, and just like trees, some people got me bent. See, I'm meant for poetry, so whether or not I'm slipping, I ain't quitting. Hell, I'm a miracle. Hey! Philippians chapter 4, 13th verse, I can do all things
I finally found my Independence Day. Freeing myself from those 7 pounds that had me bound because they were strategically placed around my insecurities and my rejection.
Come on, Frank!
Yes, there were dark nights, but the dark night rises because in each one of my battles, I went to my inside man. Because of him, I am unstoppable. The enemy tried to cross me, but found out that I am unrockable. He tried to get in my head, but found out that I am unreadable and unpredictable. He thought my strength was minimal. Misconception. See, he found out why they call me slight. Deception. My heartbeat beats, my tongue spits rhymes, my pen inks poetry. All in God's time. Engineer by day, but poet by life. If you think this poem was fire, I got like 100 more just as nice.
Give it up, give it up, give it up. Kick this thing off, man. I'm about to bring out your MC for the night. I need y'all clapping. I need y'all showing some love to the very lovely, the very beautiful Liz Wise. Come on, give us some, give us some, give us some, give us some, give us some.
Of poetic energy needed in society. Volume 3. Okay, consequences of a house without a father. I didn't say it like that for drama, sir. It's just the way my memory's set up. I gotta count my words. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay, you understand? That wasn't part of it. That wasn't part of the little play. Okay? You see me up here. You see these chucks. You know 10, don't clap. Don't clap. 10, 20 years ago, I'd have been in some stilettos. Okay? Sisters out here understand now, we wearing chucks right now because, right? Okay, you feel me? Because we could say, oh, I'm just old school. Right? I was trying to be cute. When really what we know is if we put those stilettos on, our pinky toe won't hurt. Right? We'll walk in like this. And then we'll walk out like that. We walk out like that, right? Right? Because basically what's happening is we may be cute, but our knees ain't gonna let us be great. Okay, our knees not gonna let us be great. So consequences of a house without a father. I went on to say that again, because I need to go and get this out of the way. Men, this is not about male bashing. Okay? This is not about hating men. This is not about judging men. Okay, I may judge a little. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? But I had to put that out there because I see some gentlemen in here, as soon as they heard the title, they're talking about, here we go with this. Here we go with this. It is not about that, sir. Brother in the back over there mad at me. We ain't even met. Man, I'm just out here trying to do a job, man. You see, I got a whole clipboard. They done called me, told me they wanted me. I'm just the host, sir. I am Liz Faultless. I am the host. Let's not make this awkward, man. Let's just keep it pushing. Let's keep it flowing. I'm not here to judge you, sir. Although hip dogs will holler, so I'll just... But any man in here I know is probably not the man that needs to be judged. Now, I'm not saying that my ex-husband is a deadbeat. But some people do believe my ex-husband was a deadbeat. That's me, ma'am. I'm some people. I'm some people, ma'am. Look, I'm not trying to criticize anybody. The way I feel about my ex-husband is part of my Bible. That's what my Bible says. You understand what? My Bible says, do not hold it, the children, hostage, because the wife no longer wants to be yoked. I said yoked because we was never equally yoked. That's right. Now I know I'm in the Bible Belt in the great state of Texas. I know a lot of people in here very God-fearing. What Bible was that from, Liz? See, that's because y'all not listening. I'm going to need y'all to focus. I didn't say the Bible. I said my Bible. Thank you, sir. My Bible. I'm reading from the book of Leviticus. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? I'm not reading from the King James Version. I'm not reading from the New International Version, the New American Version. I'm reading from the You Got Me Fucked Up version.
Well, all right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's my book, okay? Straight out of Brooklyn. Okay, thank you. From my Haitian grandma. Oh yeah, sac passe out here, all right? Y'all laughing, y'all Haitians in here, made it here too? I'll get y'all a copy. Okay, thank you, sir. I'll get you a copy as well of the book of Leviticus. You understand what I'm saying? Look, all I'm saying is, any man that says to me, yo, I went out of my way to come pick up Ashley today, and get mad when I say, well, okay, you went out of your way? Well, honey, you need to retrace your steps and meet me on the corner of dedication and commitment. That's around your sorry pullout game boulevard. Because your DPS is messed up. Okay? I said it right, not GPS, DPS, your daddy positioning system. It's all screwed up, okay? But that's just my ex-husband. I'm so happy my second marriage is working out now. Praise God. Praise God, because I wasn't going to try again. No, the third time wasn't going to be no charm for me. I wasn't going to try again. Because look, I was very happy with just hanging with my girls, eating pizza, drinking beer, having ice cream, and using my shower massage. It got 8 different speeds, sis. I'd have been all right. You understand what I'm saying? I would have been all right. Okay? Look, the older I got, the more I got to appreciate certain things about men. Because I was chasing younger gentlemen before I got married. And I was chasing brothers by the name of Chris, James, Rashid. You know what I'm saying, right? I call Rah-Rah for sure. Now I'm okay with the Odells. I'm good with the Earl. I'm fine with the Norman. It's okay, because they don't expect much from you. All they want is peace. You understand what I'm saying, sir? Peace. And all they care about is whether or not you won't cook tonight. Am I not talking to you, sir? If you get, and I don't mean to be looking at you, sir, because I talk about older men. You understand? You got that little salt and pepper thing happening. You feel me? Okay? All right? But you at least you feel me. Okay? All right? So I just wanted to set that record straight. Now, I need you guys to be prepared. Because the show you are about to witness tonight is going to be done in 3 parts. And it will be presented to you by the hottest, most passionate, raw, soulful poets, not just in Houston, but in this country. Okay? You feel me right now? I need you to get excited. All right? You're going to go through a wave of emotions. I need you to wash it. Let it wash over you. You feel me? You might connect with some of the actors. That's all right. It'll heighten your experience. There's only 3 rules to this. Y'all ready? The first rule, respect the mic. That's easy, right? All right, the second one might be a little bit harder, so just keep up with me, keep up with me. The second rule, respect the mic. Got it, brother? You understand the assignment? The third rule. Respect the law, huh? Now tonight, I'm censored. Dang. Respect the mic. Because we honest and we serious about our stuff. I won't get fired. I won't get fired. All right, y'all. In Act 1, the struggle, which we all know is real, we learn that every decision, every choice, every action in life may come at a cost, and sometimes it comes at a very heavy price. But no action exacts a greater toll than the consequences of a house without a father.
My therapist told me I got daddy issues. Somebody come snatch her license. She don't know what she's talking about. She keep up with these lies, I'm gonna have to have my goons come find her and shut her mouth. Like, she for real told me I got daddy issues. Let me stop playing with y'all. I was just in a balling, wishing I had them daddy tissues, wishing I could grab them daddy Kleenex, wishing you was there, but I kept fishing for them wishes because you was too wishy-washy. To be fair, you was there, and then the next day you was out raising a family that wasn't even yours. Was me and my sister not enough for you? Did you get too bored, or was you too excited to raise some sons because sons wasn't something that my mama bore? My mama wasn't the problem, it was you. Or should I say, the absence of you, or the absence of claps or taps on the back, or lack of maps of guidance I never received from you. Like, damn, just take me to basketball practice. Or at least stop the person who took out my innocence and took out my spine. He made me bachelorless. I became a good actress. I acted like I didn't need you. The seed you planted, you never got to see it bloom. I'm in this room, really trying to figure out what to say to you. But the words just stay chilling in my throat. Sometimes I don't even feel like you worked it, so I just shove them words back down my throat and choke. Because to me, that tree branch on that family tree broke. Them leaves on that tree branch dead, confused in the head, because I'm over here grieving a nigga that ain't even dead. He had me stuck between fall and winter. I just wanted you to call and whisper, baby girl, I got you. But you never had me. You never grabbed me when I fell. Make it make sense your ways. Never make sense. Yo, thank you for the child support though. I appreciate it. But I never needed your 2 cents or your dollars. I just needed you to actually be there and support me, like not be a baby daddy, but actually be a father. Father, I ran after your love. I thought I wasn't enough for you to stay. I thought I had to prove my worth for you to see me. I just wanted you to see me, but you never did. You never did see my light inside, because now I do. It's okay, because now I see my worth. Now I see your dirt had nothing to do with me. Had me over here hurting people because of my abandoned issues. Fuck them daddy tissues. I wipe my own tears. I wipe my own snot. I finally released all this resentment and all of these negative thoughts. Now it's me. Now it's me I breathe, who built me back up when you bulldozed my foundation. It was me that freed that hurt little girl. It's always been me for me. I was just blinded by my inner child pain, but now this grown-ass woman can see, so Daddy, I love you. And I pray you heal that inner little boy. But until then, I'ma love me and transform all this inner child pain into inner child joy. But sometimes, I don't feel that joy. Sometimes the heaviness is too much to carry around, so I have to turn around and ask, God, why? So let me ask you something. Do y'all know if God got the AirPods in? I'm trying to see something like, God, can you hear me or not? Or are the words just ricocheting off the walls and bouncing back to me, my own words are smacking me? God, did you clock out as soon as I got on my knees to speak to you? God, are you turning your back on me? God, are you near me? God, can you hear me? God replies, yes, Queen, I can. I speak life to you every day. You're just too busy putting that knife against your neck, wishing the days could float away. Why do you want to die, my queen? I replied, this world was not meant for me. What do you see in me? I've locked away so many feels, dropped so many hearts, popped so many pills, blocked so many deals because of my anxiety. So why me? God replies, drown those thoughts out, my queen. Come to the surface, get that water out of your ears, and listen to me. You are special.
No matter what you've done in the past, your heart still glistens to me. You are a creative vessel. You are meant to be bigger than the small fish you have right now. I vow to always guide you down the right path and not trust the ambition I planted inside you. While the pride you carry is keeping you from seeing the strength that I planted inside you now. I finally brought your family back together and gave you the support system that you begged for. You don't even have to play the hand that was dealt to you anymore. I gave you the whole deck. I've hugged you and patched you up every time you put that knife against your neck and your neck bled. I've woken you up from your deathbed. I've helped you manifest your dreams that your enemy said would never happen. But they all happened. I've never ignored you. You've just been too fastened to the sea of fear. And I'm not even going to put that belt on you. I'm going to just keep you safe by holding you near. But why do you keep pushing away the light? Are you scared of the light? Are you scared of what you'll accomplish when you step out of the light and into your freedom? Are you scared to be free? I reply, maybe. When you've been in bondage for so long, what does free even look like for me, the stormy weather sometimes don't breathe the rainbow? You tell me I'm strong, but sometimes I don't feel the same though. God doesn't speak. She just wraps her arms around me, puts me on her back, and we soar to the moon. She hands me a star and says, this is you. You are a giant ball of light. You are just blinded by your own darkness. Open your eyes, my queen. This is you. You are a healer. You are a leader. You are a transformation dealer. You are supposed to be here. Okay, so God, you got ears. It's clear that the inner compass inside me always leads me to where I need to be. But sometimes I get distracted and there's street signs that I refuse to see. But now I turn my anxious music down and focus on where I'm trying to go and where I'm trying to be. So I typed in my purpose. I finally listened to my soul GPS that says I have arrived at my destination. So why am I nervous? I finally drowned out all these doubts and came to the surface. God is on my side, B. I'm walking side by side with divine, making holy strides. God is not just beside me. God is inside me. I am God and God is me. It wasn't that God wasn't listening. I just wasn't listening. But now I'm listening. God, you said I'm a star. You said I'm a giant ball of light. You said my future was bright, but I don't want to be bright no more. I don't want to be light no more. I don't want to endure this fight no more. God, you created stars. So of all people, you know, stars die young too.
I miss my baby girl so much. I never signed up to be a single mother. No one to lean on. All the dependency is dependent on my strength for the day. No room to make mistakes. I'm rushing from place to place, trying to keep my head on my shoulders as I'm scrambling against time because there's never enough hours in a day. Then trying to get them off to school. Hurry up, y'all. I can't be late. What is taking y'all so long? See? You tired this morning when I told y'all to go to bed? A soft behind makes a hard head. Oh, I never signed up to be a single mother. It is the hardest thing I have ever had to face. I never have the privilege to say, no, I can't, or not today, or I don't have the energy. I never have the opportunity to hide from the fear of offering too many I don't knows, or I just don't have it. Single parenthood is way harder than it looks. And no one else's looks pay my bills, so anytime I catch a side eye because there's no man by my side, stop assuming I was the problem. Because I never signed up to be a single mother. Sometimes I need a breather, just a moment, to not have to worry. I look at our girls, wanting to keep them tucked in my safety as close to my womb as they were before, praying God, surround them with a hedge of protection. It hurts to even think about any pain they may experience from battling the hardest life lessons inflicted by the cruelty of the world. There are decisions they are going to have to face. And I pray my children are not affected by the sins of their father and they only learn from mommy's mistakes. And when he says, you train them up, they will not depart from their way, that they will not depart from your way. I never signed up to be a single mother. I couldn't have imagined this is what God had in store for me. He rearranged the plans I had for my life to teach me a different type of strength, and maybe I wasn't specific enough to ask never to experience this type of grief or be put under this type of pressure, testing my faith through every measure. My biggest fear is failing in front of my children's eyes. I never signed up to be a single mother. It feels like a balancing act and all the balls are falling in your court. It feels like your energy and emotions are running an obstacle course. It feels like questioning yourself every day if you're making the right decisions. It feels like having to say the same things in repetition. It feels like, why won't y'all just sit down and listen? It feels like constantly choosing what I can and can't do. It feels like my biggest responsibility is never to lose. I can never lose because they depend on me. So whether their father is present or not, I'ma still take care of my seed. Yeah. I never signed up to be a single mother, but I'ma do what I gotta do anyways.
Lord, my mama's at it again. In her feelings about daddy leaving again, all she thinks about is herself. When she gonna ask me? When she gonna ask me how daddy leaving affects me? Yes, I have a sassy attitude. But mama, I promise you it's not towards you, it's towards that dude. I get it, mama. I see. I see you doing the best that you can do, but daddy could have been here doing it with you. I get it now. He's one of them. Only daddy in the bedroom, who? Who's gonna inform me? Who's gonna warn me about these men in these streets? Who's gonna be the example of the father to me and my sisters? He left me. Us. Like a coward, I thought daddies are responsible for protecting his little girls. I'm too old to be having nightmares like a little girl. I was just a little girl, barely 13. When that man touched me in my sleep, I couldn't scream. Daddy helped me, but he helped me to have daddy issues, abandonment issues, SOS. My daddy left me, so any man to the rescue. Now I'm having to struggle to patch up this hole in my heart that he left me with, having to fight 10 times harder not to be a fatherless statistic. Hurt people. Now I'm more likely to hurt the man that you lay up with mama. The man that you lay up with makes me sick. Come on, go ahead. I might as well refer him as my sperm donor. Mommy, when you gonna ask me? This affects me. Mommy, I'm starting to question. Do you even care about me emotionally? Because I know dad, he didn't give a damn about me. Let me call my girl because I need to vent. Hello? Hey girl. My mama in her feelings busting about how hard it is to be single, like my daddy leaving didn't affect me.
Girl, at least you got your mama right. I don't even know what you're tripping about.
Wait, what? Girl, what's wrong with you? Wait, does this have something to do with the bruises that I seen on your arm the other day? You know you can talk to me, right?
I mean, you wouldn't even believe my story if I told you.
Really? Try it.
Never had a protector. Never felt safe, like
someone had my back whenever I would be faced with adversity, feeling like the whole world was against me. Even the women at daycare would abandon me in a room for hours, tell me that my hair was ugly until one day I decided to cut it all off. That I was dirty and dark until I hated being in my own skin. Mama couldn't understand why I would cry every time it was time to go to Dot's daycare. Couldn't put the dots together to make the picture more clear. They used to make you sit at a table with the nasty ass malto meal and grits. Knowing damn well I didn't want that shit, but you a kid, so you ain't got no wants. So you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Till I learned to stuff my mouth and throw it up in the bathroom. Too afraid to throw it up in mama's face because I knew I'd have to go back the next day and ain't no telling what those adults were capable of. Fast forward to the 3rd grade. This girl must have gotten a whiff that I would just be too afraid to hit her back. Not only that, but mama always threatened to beat me in my back if I went to school and acted a fool. And I wasn't trying to get beat up time too. So I took the risk. I thought maybe it was my punishment for all my sins because, see, going to church 5 days out the week taught me that God had no room for the weak, so this only had to be to make me strong. Till I got to the 6th grade. I was standing at the bus stop in the pouring rain with only a poncho on to keep me dry. I had to pee so badly I could no longer hold it inside, but I knew there wasn't a good enough reason for me to miss my ride, so I let it out. Thinking it would be concealed in what the sky was crying out until I got on that bus, and now these kids are pointing and laughing at me and making fun, and I don't want to live no more. First time I cut my wrist, it was just a test to see if I could actually go through with it. It hurt too badly. So instead, I choked myself until I passed out. I remember waking up on the bathroom floor with an eating headache. I would be called stupid and smart in the same breath and shit. They must have been right. Hell, I couldn't even kill myself right. I questioned God plenty of times, like, what is this life? Until I realized I had to stop trying to convince the world that there wasn't anything weak about me. I got tired of turning the other cheek, so I had to turn her cheek. And when I did, that was the best thing that could have happened to me. But sometimes I reminisce and I can't believe that I survived all of this, so I cut myself again and again to make sure that I'm still alive. So I know that you're going through what you're going through and you're missing your daddy, but at least you got somebody to still make you feel alive.
Amen.
Hey, can't you talk to her at school? Us leaving on time has been the main rule. Yet y'all do this every morning when you're just a few minutes from seeing her in person. So you need to hurry up and eat, pay attention to what you're doing, instead of chatting about carefree worries. What color top to wear? Is this a newest style? Is this how I want to wear my hair? Oh, you don't even realize what I'm about to have to face out there. I don't get an excuse for not being at the right place at the right time. So grab your backpack, throw your shoes on so we can get in this drop-off line. Hey, stop rolling your attitude, pick up your attitude and hang up that phone line. Now do what I said.
Well, you heard that. I'll just talk to you that way, girl.
All right. Mama, are you gonna come out your room? Did you forget about the money for my science project?
Honey, look, I'm doing the best I can. It's just me, you know. I didn't forget. It's just unexpected expenses hit a little harder than expected. The double income really made a difference, and it's affected more than I could have ever imagined. But I got you, I got us, and I got this. And truth is, you may not receive all you want, but I will make sure that you have all you need, find a way to invest in your future, and always push you to succeed. I'm doing the very best that I can. And sometimes I question whether my best is the best, because the scariest thing is not being a good enough mom. All I know is I love y'all unconditionally, and only God's love can surpass mine. But honestly, it was much easier when your father was around. You have no idea when your life plans to turn upside down in an instant, and as God is my witness, I never would have expected these would be the effects of your father's absence, leaving us neglected. So again, I apologize for not being enough for the both of us. I had to man up because some men just aren't man enough. Come on. It's disappointing. And I see you. I framed a smile while you suck teeth at the bare minimum you feel like I'm able to give. But this is all of me. So even the smallest costs me everything. And I admit, sometimes I can't afford to new trends. I'm spent. And I feel guilty for coming up short because y'all deserve the world. I never wanted my singleness to define you or statistics to label you. I'm struggling to play both roles. All I ask is that you don't judge me for what I'm lacking, because y'all are the only ones that make my life whole.
Okay, Mama.
This absence of the void that none of us could avoid hit deeper than expected. The reminder is relentless, so truth is, I didn't forget. Just give me a minute. Let me figure it out. But I got you.
Okay.
I got us. I got this. I'll see you after school.
Okay. I hate being poor. Hate being poor. Peers can't understand why my texts don't come through in iOS. It's because my household is filled with IOUs. I recycle my outfits, wear the same couple of beat up shoes, but I just play it cool. I pretend like I don't hear the jokes or whispers, but the rage inside of me is boiling. But I never cared to be a hothead. It's just, I never saw our life going this way, especially when all my mother has done is prayed. It's not like she's living beyond her means, so I try not to be mean. I should be more understanding. So to ease her mind, I stopped checking the mail. Her belief is we're oblivious to delinquent notices being sent. I pray silently that you make a way for my mother on this land, Lord, because the bank has less mercy than you. They say you always show up on time. He always show up on time. Well, I need that to be now. Because late fees are adding up, and the sum of our loss is more than what most can equate to. A fatherless home is all too cliche. And how about our luck? We lost at a game we didn't even choose to play. What is it more that we need to do? What is it that we need to say? We can multitask the load of 1 million if the outcome means we'll have better days.
like before Daddy left us. Peers can't see my tears. If they did, they wouldn't get too close. These waters become raging when you trespass along this coast. And Mama only catches my attitude. But if it's just one thing that I could tell her. Shoot, I'm gonna be late for school. Child, it's heavy, right? Y'all weren't ready? I told y'all to get ready. When the producer called me and told me that he wanted me to host this show, and I took a look at the cast list, I said, oh, hell no. All right, nothing, sir, girl. You weren't going to have me up on the stage with these hot mics, these hot spits, and me looking like I'm crazy. Okay, but he said, nah, Liz, take it easy, just be yourself. I said, oh, okay, say less. Okay, heard you, because I know that even in the darkest moments, a little laughter can really free your spirit. Now, I also know that the end of Act 1 had a lot of these mamas in here looking at each other like, I know you lying. Could you imagine kids out here eating, learning, dressing, living under a roof, and you act like I owe you something? Come on now, you understand what I'm saying. These kids, I don't understand what it is. I don't understand what their mentality is right now. I don't owe you. You know what I owe you? I owe you an invoice for services rendered. You cut me a check and I'll cut you some slack. Okay? You feel me? These kids out here crazy. I don't know where they get to this thinking. You got kids growing up these days that you give them iPhone, you give them iPad, you got stuff up on iCloud, and they come to you, Mama, can I have? No, I tired. I blame this generation, our generation, because we so busy trying to give all these kids stuff that we didn't have. That don't make no sense. We still sitting here, a lot of us doing really good. What the hell did we miss out on? Ooh, child, look, y'all don't got to take me to church. I'm tired. Let me get on with this little program before I get fired. So I can now establish that we all feel each other's pain, correct? All right? And feeling alone in a world of over 7 billion people, and your children among the ones that are pushing you away, there's no greater pain. Can we relate to that? Now this mom, the mom you just saw, she loves her children. She gave them life, only to have them hate her for the life that she's given them. Ain't that something? Ain't that something, boy? I tell you, it would be so much easier if the father was around. She said she didn't sign up for this. Well, I need y'all to pay attention to Act 2, because if the boy is mine, ooh, child, it's a whole movie. Get ready.
That you seem to be careful. What's up, friend? You
I don't care. I don't care. So I don't care. Can I help you? Boom, I got your boyfriend. I got your man. I got him. Boom, I got your boyfriend. I got your man. I got him. I see you looking at my man, and you think you gonna win. But let me tell you something, sister. You can think again. You supposed to be my friend, but you acting like a T-H-O-T. Yeah, that's. So I'm here to tell you what you is gonna do and what you is finna not. go the other way. And if I catch you talking to my man, you gonna see that I don't play. He will be mine. He just don't know it yet. And you is a doll-faced girl. You should see the beds. We don't do pets or even animals at the zoo. You looking like a squirrel and you smell like a monkey too. Girl, look at your outfit. You could never compare to me. Looking like you shopping at Goodwill and your local DV. I am that girl. And you would never be. I'm something like Louis Vuitton, baby. You just plain a Dollar Tree. I been seeing you sitting at the table with them losers, eating free lunch and drinking 2% milk. Wiping your mouth with paper napkins. And I'm eating good using wiping my mouth with silk. Baby, your mama, she broke and she drive a hoopty. And sometimes you be on that hot, raggedy bus. And you lucky. Yeah, you lucky I can't call you something else. Only because in this play I can't cuss. Yeah.
Get this off your head. What is going on here?
I was minding my own business. She started with me. I knew that wig had some energy in it. I was minding my own business.
Get to my office. God, what am I going to say to these women? What am I saying? All this over a boy?
Probably so. The boy's mine.
Listen. I can see in your eyes that you have been betrayed by love. Just last week, your heart was in full bloom like rose, but today it seems like your world has withered away. I know all too well the devastation of rejection. I've had his hands linger on my skin. I know the catastrophe of having your heart shattered into shards and the remnants causing you more and more pain. I have unwillingly been friends with those scars as they whisper the negative thoughts, shackling us to the idea that we will never be good enough. But look at me like a mirror. This situation is not a reflection of your lack of beauty, or your lack of worth, or your lack of money. This is a reflection of his inability to see the treasures buried in your heart, the wonders hidden in your mind, and the potential bestowed on you by God. You are a queen, and God has given you the pen to architect your future. Don't let this boy derail the purpose of your heart. As for you, why do you take pride in dismantling her dreams? How can you find joy in becoming the executioner of her heart? Are you jealous? Are you jealous of how bright her light can truly shine? And you feel like candle compared to her star. Don't you know that God has buried promises in you waiting to blossom and see the light of day? You don't have to steal her blessings to receive blessings of your own. Child, do you hear me? She is not your enemy. If you look closer, you will see that the battle is inwardly, in your mind, in your heart. The question is, who do you want to be? From this day forward, I need you both to make a truce. No more fighting, no more pain, no more comparison. The two of you are not the same. Like flowers in the valley, a rose and a dandelion. A rose and a dandelion. The two don't bloom the same way or on the same day, but in their due season. Can't you see that your journey has reason? So when you feel sucker punched by life, and you can feel your petals falling like teardrops from your eyes, remember the purpose beating in your heart, and that God sees you as a prize. And when you feel lost, like you are hopelessly wandering through life, like the wishes you've blown in the wind, remember what God has planted within. And I am always here if you have questions. I just pray we don't have to have this conversation again. Ladies, do you hear me? All right, let's get to class. Well, go to the bathroom, fix yourself. We'll go to class.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm just taking the pulse of the room. You doing okay? You sure? Oh, what's that? What's that? Some Hennessy? Whatever it is strong. But you know we drink Hennessy in Brooklyn. That's how we roll. You get the Hennessy for the gentleman here. He gonna pay for it. I don't know. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. They're not paying me that much, is what I'm saying. You know, I'd have got you. Oh my goodness. I'm happy you guys are enjoying it. Man, do you remember when fighting over a boy at school was like the biggest disaster ever? Remember that? Or a girl. I don't know how much y'all young men used to do it, but man, fighting over little Daquan, Tyreek, fighting over Devarius. You thought your whole life was gonna be over, right? Yeah. Until you got older and real problems showed up. All right? And it's really hard when there's not a father in the house. But come on, give it up for the counselor, right? Give it up for the village. Because really, that's what it's about, right? The people that are around. And I know I talk a lot about my ex-husband, being a deadbeat and sorry and not around, but I digress. But I give him a lot of credit. I really do. I give him a whole lot of credit. I remember when my baby girl, she was about 8 years old. Sweet little thing. She came in the house, she was so excited. She ran in, she was like, Mommy, I know what I want to be for Halloween. I was just like, okay, pagan holiday, but let's go. Let's talk about it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, because you don't want to crush her whole dreams. I said, yeah, I always encourage my baby. I said, oh, baby, that's beautiful. What do you want to be for Halloween? She said, I want to be Batman girl. So I took a deep breath. Because again, you don't want to crush the baby dreams. You don't want to let her know she's stupid. So I said, okay, baby. I said, okay, but let's sit down and talk about it. You mean you want to be Batgirl? And she said, yeah, Batman girl. And I just looked at that child, and I said to myself, I want all my money back for that private school. I want all of it. I want pens, I want uniform, I want lunch, I want buses. But I said, you know what? Okay, baby, I understand what you want. You get that stupid gene from your daddy people, okay? All right? So I give the man credit, is what I'm saying. Y'all trying to play with me and tell me that I'm rough with the child. But listen, I feel like I am owed something. When that child was first born, this village, the one that's supposed to have your back, they told me, girl, it's a beautiful thing. Take your time, love your baby. You got 18 years. 18 years and you'll be done. 18 years and she'll be out. 18 years and you will have your life back. That girl lived with me till she was 25 years old. Somebody owed me 8 damn years is what I'm saying. Okay? I tried everything to get rid of that little girl. Everything to get her to want to move out the house. The child got a peanut allergy. You don't know what I'm saying. You don't know what I'm thinking. I'm a Christian. I didn't do anything intentionally to hurt that little girl. I would just mop the floors with peanut oil. And before she walked in the house, I said, take your shoes off. Don't you judge me. I gave up my life for that little girl. I couldn't find a second husband because she was in there messing around. Ain't nobody want to marry a woman with a grown-ass child living in the house. I know what I'm talking about. I cooked everything in peanut oil. I was hoping I could starve the little girl out. Look, like I said, don't you judge me. I wanted my life back. All I wanted was my sexy back. She was just interfering with me getting my sexy on. I blame her daddy, and I figured he put that little bug in her ear too. You understand what I'm saying? Because I used to love my little jeans, okay? Remember my little sexy jeans back when I was, yeah, you heard it, right? Woo, yes, I remember back when I married her daddy. My boobs they were up, they sat up somewhere around here. They were up here. Woo, I was fine. You couldn't tell me something. Eyes up here, sir. Yeah, you couldn't tell me nothing. Yes, sir, now when I look in the mirror, my boobs they're giving, my boob, they're giving bedroom slippers is what I'm saying, sir. They're giving postal, they're giving UPS, an envelope they're down this way. You understand? I'm just trying to paint the picture for you, sir. This is theater. You feel me? Yeah, when I was younger, when I had first married him, ooh, child, boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. Young girls in here, y'all don't understand what's happening. Y'all don't understand the pressure. You don't understand the struggle. Women in here over 50. Give me some over 10. Yes. Y'all know everything hurt. For no damn reason. Right? I remember when I used to put on my little boy shorts in the bathroom. Oh man, you couldn't tell me nothing. And now when I walk out of the bathroom, my butt jiggles so much the boy short turned into a thong. That is not a laughing matter. It's very uncomfortable. You understand? This is my life. This is where I am right now. I'm sharing pain with you. You are okay? All right? Now listen, I get out of bed some mornings and I'm okay. This morning I got out of the bed and I heard pop, 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 pop. I'm like, shit, I'm in Texas. So I hit the ground. Don't move out nothing. I ain't judging. I'm from Brooklyn, okay? I hear pop, 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 and I'm down. First of all, I couldn't get back up. So I was stuck there. And I'm looking out the window until I finally realized that was my knees. That was my knees popping, okay? This is the struggle, young lady. No, sis. This is my life. This is my struggle. You are not going to understand until one day what it's like to sit on a toilet and look down and don't see certain parts of your body. Where did it go? How did it disappear? I don't know when it happened, but a layer of fat formed right below my belly button, and it brought two cousins that sit right here and right here. And in order for me to see parts I miss so much, I gotta live layer after layer after layer after layer. It's disheartening, sir. I miss it. It was cute. You have a very therapeutic look about you, sir. I'm gonna need you to meet me outside. I'm living my truth. Do you mind, ma'am? insatiable. You don't look. Does he? Oh, she put her arm around him. No, I don't mind. You know what? Let me go do my job. She look like she could fight. She likes me. That's all I'm saying. Okay, y'all. You ready for the next part of this journey? You sure? Because I need you to loosen your belts, undo that little waist trainer, because I want y'all to be comfortable. Woo, because I need you to take out your church fans, because child, we about to bring it home on some Kirk Franklin love theory type of vibe. Get yourself ready.
What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to look my daughters in the face? What are they going to think of me when we all have to face the harsh reality that this is the end to not making enough ends meet? Where necessities are becoming a luxury. Explain that I would do anything for them, but how will they continue to believe when I can't even maintain the basics? Keep a roof over their head, enough food to eat, stability to sleep in their own beds, funds for extracurricular activities. I'm hanging on to a thread. I haven't set my pride aside to bank on the decision of another institution, praying they will be willing to offer us some type of assistance, and this foreclosure doesn't send us into financial ruin. I feel like he ruined everything by leaving. The fate and success of our family is based solely on what I'm achieving, and it ain't fair. It was the stability of two that one can't handle. See, these are the days where I'd rather choose the peace in my pillowcase. Because ain't no telling what the world has in store for me. One thing is for certain, there's no hiding from responsibilities. Everyone is seeking a piece of me. Mentally, physically, financially. Bill collectors call me more than my friends do. Medical makes me feel like my condition is my fault. Student loans offer me bigger dreams than what I thought. And insurance does not ensure my healthiness. And I'm paying more into debt than acquiring wealthiness. Life is transitioning before my eyes, and I can't stop it. I can't rewind to much happier times. It was the stability of two that one can't handle. I miss the support. Even out of frustration, there was an understanding at least we weren't experiencing life alone. We stood 10 toes down and fought against every weapon form, standing back to back. Now you left your rib fully exposed, taking hit for hit and lick for lick. I feel disrespected by the mere loss of your presence is distressing. Can you see what you've done? You brought famine to our family because we hunger for the love you once gave us, starving for your attention. Though your intentions may not have been to leave us like this, it doesn't erase the fact that you are deeply missed and there are only traces of you on the inside. I miss you most around the holidays. There was no greater present than the gift of your presence, mixed with perfectly wrapped memories now unraveling into a distant history. A whiff of your cologne makes me cry sometimes. Familiar sense of when life made sense and we were everything to each other. I wonder if you miss us as much as we do. Or have you forgotten our laughs? The look in your daughter's eyes shaped just like yours. Now time has passed and they still miss your cooking. And I miss how you would pat me on the backside and say, hey, they're good looking. I appreciated the confidence and how you would handle tough situations with common sense. But since we've been divided, everything's been one-sided and it ain't fair. It was the stability of two that one can't handle 5 minutes or 50 years of a love so rare. There is no replacing it.
Hey, Mom. I know you went to the bank today, and I don't know how it turned out. But I just want to say this. Being the oldest isn't easy, but it's worth it. It's an inspiration to watch you maintain the untamed path. You've been able to weather through December storms and still manage to keep us warm. I know that life can feel like life, prison with worries running marathons up and down the body, but I tell you, if you whole, and I mean whole like being on the phone with faith, these problems will be no biggie. I mean, Mom, imagine all the fragile days that felt like a shattered reality. But you stand here whole, and although you feel abandoned by clarity, I remind you, these days won't always be a clear journey, because somehow the road has a job to grow the gravel, but the gravel is simply a test in your travel asking you, will you still hold on to the rails of faith even if you can't feel it? And if you can't see it, just know that the polar world will still develop, even if it wasn't what you pictured. You must lean into trust, but this dust of life will sometimes turn the resolution of our days to rust. It is just the gust of winds waving hello, that goodbye isn't always a warm blanket. Sometimes it smothers you into fear, strangles your motivation. This too will pass, like a cloud bringing sunset to smile again. The next time I see you, I want to give you a big hug. To tell you face to face that your job as a mother has been well done. When moments felt like our lives were at stake, when the financial became a burden, you maintained to climb over the hurdles. This life be a track meet. Always gathering thoughts to race, racing hearts taking off before it's time to go. We have to learn to hold, as if our hands must press down on a button of patience and wait. Yes, be exhausted, but wait. Until God becomes your waiter to take your order, but don't go out of order, Mom. Just wait. And I know the weight of worries do well at gaining pounds, but you have yet to break, maybe a breakdown, but I like to consider your tears as a water break because your body is tired of running in place with nowhere to go, so yes, Mom, hold on.
Thank you so much. All right, honey, I just pulled up to church, so I'm gonna call you back.
Anybody need a word? Anybody want a word from the pastor? Everybody want a word. So what shall I render? I know their father is not here, and I can see that you're draped and cloaked with fear, but are you really ready to hear from your father? I see through you, and you see me, just another pastor in passing like a thief in the night, stealing your thoughts and ambition, twisting my intuition, and it's telling me that you're not sure of my power. Well, let me devour you this hour. After all, that's why you came here, for a reading, right? A prayer. Sit at my feet, place your left hand in my palm, raise your right hand, now sip. I would skip the introductions, but my spirit guides are telling me to read you, so here I go. New school rules.
You call me pastor because it's cute to call the wife of a pastor too, and first lady suits you better. Better to keep me under his thumb and his reign instead of recognizing the authority given to me. I'm not just his little wifey. I do more than sleep with the pastor. Too many people want sugar-coated kisses from my lips instead of the hiss up the bitter vinegar of truth, the antibody, because it feels like burning flesh, burning at the altar, melting at the altar, and the ringing like the ring of the prodigal son. I know you're waiting for him to return. But yet you're here, my dear. And didn't life just get real? I know you want to fight and rip out tongues, but speak in tongues because your weapons are not carnal. Now, close your eyes and meditate. Cast down your desires of the shadow man haunting you at night. I can feel your plight. Now, meditate. Souls fly away. Holy Spirit, come down. Flesh, you are not welcome here. Reason, you can listen, but you can't come in because faithful is here, and there is no room for you and your girlfriend doubt. The only relationship that matters in this house is the one between you and your father. The incense is burning. The fire has been lit. Puff, puff, passing you into another realm. The smoke is getting thick and the truth is waiting on its turn to speak. Then I vape. You inhale me. Then you must exhale the hell out of your destiny. Stories of a fatherless child. Your abandonment issues. A dead, beat up dad. The loss of the love of your life. A pride of a pitfall fall. Children crying out in pain. Recognizing your shame. The label of the Black Widow as she kills her play, as she desperately tries to resuscitate it. What kind of God is this?
Come on, Green.
What? The Father speaking. I hear church bells ringing and angels singing. Come unto me and I'll give you rest. Pass this test, church. Preach.
What?
Oh, children of Israel, don't you know that I am real? You got me wondering, how could a thief in the night come and steal your joy? Who told you that my presence was only present for a season? I bring the heat to the hot springs in the dead of winter. I am that. I am the hope that will not allow you to jump from concrete buildings made with cast iron cliches. I am that. I am. Lift up your head, open your heart, let me into the deepest part. My love never fails. Drink from my cup runneth over. And if you drink, you'll never, ever thirst again. And when you don't understand, just know I hold the past, present, and future in my hands. I am that. I am. Cry if you must. I will count your tears as prayers, your shouts as praise, your silence as a vow. I will pull on your heartstrings until your heart sings again and again and again. Amen. 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 Oh dear. I know you're sore, always laying prostrate on the floor now, Rob. No more despise. Let the Holy Spirit be your guide. But before you go, there's one thing I must know. What are you going to do? You want me to conjure up solutions like that black girl magic?
Let the church say amen. Amen. Oh, there you have it. See, whatever we declare and decree in this place, it is so. By saying amen, you are already speaking things into existence. How you doing, sister? Come on, front and center so God can get a good look at you. All right. You know, I saw Pastor's wife leaving, but I felt your spirit. Yes. And I want you to know that I've been through what you're going through. You don't have to say anything because God already knows. I feel that. So, sister, take my hand and let us pray. thanking God. As we humbly into your presence, taking nothing for granted this day, we just say thank you. With our arms outstretched for life, help, and strength, for touching us and restoring us within, God, we say thank you. You said where two or more were gathered in your name, there you would be in the midst. We find refuge in you and we acknowledge you as the author and finisher of our faith. Now, God, be the shoulder that she needs and can depend to lean on. You know the burdens that she carries, so help her to cast her cares on you. Yes, Lord. Everything we endure is a part of your plan, and as you brought us to this divine moment, we stand hand in hand. You know the toils that she feels on the inside. You know the tears that betray her eyes. Now, sister, I want you to place your girls in the bosom of God's grace. Continue teaching them his word, for they may never understand the reasons for the adversities they face. And as I stand in agreement with you, I want you to know that Philippians 4:13 says that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Proverbs 3:3-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. And in Psalms 23:1, he says, the Lord is thy shepherd, you shall not want. That means it's already given to you. And if you needed a little more explanation, 2 Timothy 1:7 says, you ready for this? God did not give you a spirit of fear, but spirit of power, love, and of a sound mind. So as you accept that word of God, I want you to walk in it. Now, Lord, Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, sunrise and sunset, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Sitkanu, Jehovah Shalom, hear our Shabbat, hear our hallelujah as our spirits cry out to you, most omnipotent and omniscient Father. Higher heights and deeper depths, we declare a new thing for this, your child, for you are never late. You are God and you are always on time. Even when the minutes for us feel few and fleeting, meet the need. Be the answer to her faith seed. God, we love you and we honor you, and the power that you have given us within, we walk in it. God, we ask that right now you will become a restorer. You would be her restorer when there is no means to an end. You would be her comforter and her friend. You are a way maker when none can be found. You are the light in the darkness when we are compelled to feel lost. You are a battle axe when the war is drawn at our feet. You are the eye of the storm when we find ourselves needing a refuge of peace. You are a heart fixer when brokenness consumes. You are a mind regulator when our secret thoughts become a betrayal. Now, God, as we submit prostrate prayers and hold on to your unchanging hand, we ask that you would help my sister rise through the flames of victory as the ashes of pain, hurt, deceit, and worry fall at her feet. God, lifting her up as she walks. God, lifting her up as she walks through a new thing. In the matchless name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, let the church say,
Hey, sis.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey, listen, I know that you got some things on your mind, but I just wanted to call and give you this word. Because you are my sister. Because we were birthed from the same father. We can talk about it in the biological sense, but why bother? We need to bring the sisters back to the hood. Like when your neighbor, Miss Tanya, becomes Aunt Tanya, and your daughters become sisters, and her son becomes your daughter's bro, and if that doesn't make you family, then the 3 nights that the kids stay at Aunt Tanya's house and the other 4 at mine says so. We need to bring the sisters back to the hood, like borrowing $5. $5 is enough to buy and make a pot of beans for a week. Enough to buy and make a pot of beans for a week that will have her children fed for a week. We need to bring the sisters back to the hood, like when we didn't have washer and dryers to get our clothes clean, and we hand washed everything. Funny how hand washing is the #1 prevention of spreading of infection. Lesson. We need to bring the sisters back to the hood, like when every teacher knew every parent of their children. So when Miss Jones was late picking up her kid, Miss Smith knew that it was cool to let Miss Jones' kid go home with you. Because Miss Smith was just another sister recognizing that sisters gotta do what we gotta do. We need to bring the sisters back to the hood. Like when a pinky swear was equivalent to a promise. Like when I swear meant that we was telling the truth. So whatever I say I was going to do was already done. Like when our word was our bond. And the bond wasn't connected to anything monetary. When we said we squashed it, it was dead and it was buried. We need to bring the sisters back to the hood when we poured into our men. I mean, a man can teach a man how to be a man, but only a woman can teach him how to be king. Because a king without his queen is nothing. And when we didn't beat our men down, and if that's something you still practice, maybe you need to look in the mirror and adjust your crown. We need to bring the sisters back to the hood. So sis, when I say I got you, I got you. And that means everything that comes with you. So sis, I love you.
I love you too, sis.
We need to bring the sisters back to the hood.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. I hear what the minister and my friends are saying. And I appreciate all the love and support that they're pouring on me, but I just feel like I prayed all I could pray. God, I have came to you as humbly as I know how, in every situation bringing you all of me. I have leaned on you for my strength with every fiber of my being, laid my burdens at your feet. Try not to question you, but seek your guidance first through everything. Even on the days you allowed me to feel the weight of my pain so heavy and all-consuming, I trusted you. I believed in the things hoped for with the assurance of what I can't see. I wouldn't even wish this type of pain or grief on any of my enemies. But it still doesn't prevent me from asking, God, why me? Why? I feel like I prayed all that I could pray for. I'm just needing you to intercede.
My love. My love. I wrote this letter praying it would not say return to sender like the others. I tried emailing, inboxing, and DMs, bad connections in here. Because of irreversible circumstances Conjugal visits have become, well, non-existent. I've decided to try something different. Old head said, read it out loud, hoping like a telepath these words will reach your spirit somehow. 5 minutes or 50 years, right? So, let's get the small talk out of the way. How you been? How's the weather out there? Tatiana still doing your hair? I know you love our girls, but are they still getting on your last nerves? Is your sister still fighting hard to build a vision of that black utopian village? Baby, please forgive this, for this is different. Difficult is an understatement. Trying to make light of a dark time knowing I'm no longer there, so far away in the distance I might as well be labeled missing. And I know you still get annoyed at me sometimes, how I never listened, never paid attention unless dividends, finances, or sports was mentioned. But love, I was on a mission to complete our goals, to see our visions come to fruition. You know the family heritage of black wealth we was building, stacking for these 3 college tuitions. This 5-bedroom home, bank account on swole. You would say I work too much, that I stopped spending time with you and the girls, did not like the cats I ran with, said we was a bunch of smart criminals. Would do everything and anything to change back father's Timex. Did not realize after I seen those red and blue flashing lights, how precious freedom is, and how fast it can be snatched away at an instant. Still, I wrote this letter knowing you may never receive it. Like a stolen Amazon package, you just may never get it. If somehow this reaches your doorstep and your optics notice the ink looks smeared and wet, well, it's because I have not stopped crying since this last day I left. Wish I could say it's going to be a good, that there be no more struggles or strife. But the truth of the matter, I'm never going to see my wife and kids again. Unfortunate collateral damage that came with my conviction. Damn, baby, I miss you. It's so much I have to say, but even with so much time, I still have trouble trying to convey a simple feeling you used to ask me to express when we left. Miss the comfort in your touch. 5 minutes or 50 years is our family crescent. So yeah, how about we start there? I miss you, Queen. That candy apple winter scent sprayed across your neck, kissing your lips while eating morning breakfast, feeling the warmth of those beautiful cheeks laying across my checks as we Netflix and chill, laughing so hard it hurt. Watching my beautiful babies play in the backyards and we discuss what college they going to. Making love to you. Yeah, definitely miss making love to you. This letter may never make it to you, so I pray the sister that claims she has a spiritual connection connects my words to you. Hoping God guides you to that bottom back drawer in the back of the closet where I kept the paperwork for our investments that gained a ton of interest. See, we far from broke. You just never was interested in the financial parts of our relationship. And maybe that's on me. Should have been less, don't worry about it, and more sit down so I can show you how we make a profit. But I was old school. Grew up by my father's rules. Take care of everything else so your wife and kids ain't got to worry about nothing but looking cute. Maybe. Just maybe the high demand for a black man in this society to be successful and accomplished led me to believe protecting and providing fell all on me. Now I can't even be there to protect my daughters from the evil that runs those streets. The do's and don'ts of life. To stand shoulder to shoulder with my wife when they think they could pull a fast one on us. What to wear, what not to wear. The birds and the bees. Now I see. I should have been more focused on you and our mini-me's, my mini-me's, Lord. My babies. Beautiful human beings we created continue our legacy. Can still remember the pity pat of their feet while singing our song. You are my sunshine, my lovely sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Pulling into the garage, hearing my favorite words coming from those little vocal cords. Daddy's home. All would jump in my arms before I could drop my bags. It seemed like yesterday, reminiscing on how we used to be so afraid to hold something so delicate. You laughing at me. For I would tuck them so close like the pigskin I would protect on that field. Better protection, I would say. And still, I never fumbled. But look at them now, all grown up, too big to be carried to bed when sleep overcomes their head. Mom said you inherit their height, but they got my eyes. No more songs of dragons going over clouds or storytelling. My little eyes begin to slowly fall asleep. That's all been exchanged with bars from their favorite rappers, social media influencers. Before I knew it, time had flew by. Now all I want is to buy more time. All I want to do is take your pain away. Reach inside your soul and bring your depression to a decay. Strike down every man and woman that try to harm you and my babies. Wipe the tears from y'all's eyes and add an eternity of smiles. A dream. I know, but all I have is time. Time. To think about past mistakes. But I'll say this. We did it right, love. No outside children. No need for side pieces, for we were a completed puzzle. And never allow others to forsake our holy matrimony. I spoke to the higher power the other day, trying to keep assuring me that it's going to be okay. Said to stop looking at this like a punishment, but a preparation for our next foundation I'm building. Time is so different here. But even in the darkness, there's a flicker of light. Baby, just keep walking towards the light. Had no idea when my heart stopped, it would attack our whole family. Do you remember that last words I uttered? 5 minutes or 50 years before the paramedics grabbed me?
Yes.
It happened so fast. I understand why the girls are sad, angry, and confused. They miss their daddy, for ambulances and police cars look the same when the lights are flashing. For a fruitful family unit to an unfortunate single parent raising 4 little girls. Oh God, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. But Dick Gregory said it best when we were shooting pool. It was Nipsey, Coltrane, Malcolm, and Brother Tutu. He told us, a black man in America, we always gotta be better than our best. And sometimes that comes with the silent stress, for we are taught not to wear our emotions on our sleeves, so we tuck it under our skin and internalize until it's too late, till it's hard to breathe. Fighting against the world and our own community, while trying to hold together for our own family takes a heavy toll, and it needs balance. Well, unfortunately, my love, I wasn't an acrobat. Love, I'm so sorry. I left you in the grill this way. I'm so sorry I didn't pay attention to the little things. Just know, it'll get better. Even if I'm no longer there to hug you close like a thick sweater, sunshine will cascade those harsh weather. You're the greatest of my life, the best thing that's happened to me ever. Never forget our motto, 5 minutes or 50 years. We see each other again, no matter how old and gray, my love will never change. I gotta go now, babe. Continue to hug our babies tight for me. Wish you knew I'm still looking over my beauties and I'm still here. Just know, I may not be there in the physical, but I'll always be in your mental. I swear I'm there. Just promise. Don't ever stop thinking of me. I love you. 5 minutes and 50 years. No more sad tears.
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
I know y'all think y'all just came to a show. I know you just think you just came to support a friend. But God said, I brought you here. I brought you here because I miss you. He said, I miss this. He said, when is the last time you were in a room full of people and my voice is the only one you heard? He said, I miss you. He said, this is the only way I can get you in the room to speak with you because you're moving way too fast. He told me to tell you that what you're going through is not punishment, it's preparation for the day that you're weak. Because when you are that, I am strong. But you keep holding on to those voices that are not mine. He says, don't you know what I sound like by now? Don't you know what my presence feels like no matter where you are? I'm always in the room. You should recognize me by now. He says, when I healed your mama, that was me. When you thought about giving up and you kept pushing through, he said, that was me. I'm always in the room. He said, when you were innocent and they drug you through the fire and you came out not even smelling like smoke, that was me. still had the audacity to call out, heal me. That was me. He said, but I have so much more for you. But how can you run with the horses if you cannot contend with the foot soldiers? He says to tell you, I need you to stop being afraid of the darkness, because the darkness is not really a thing. It's merely the absence of light, the absence of right, the absence of me. He told me to come and tell you. God wanted to tell you individually that it's just you and him in this room right now, and he had to bring you here to tell you, I miss this. God wanted me to tell you, why can't we do this more? I wish we can do this more. Why can't we do this more? Just me and you. Why can't we do this more? I miss this. God says, I was your father first.
Brothers and sisters, I want to welcome you back to life, back to the one that can make your next chapter your best chapter. Hallelujah.
How can it be that you love the most unknowable better than me?
Did you feel it tonight? Yeah. Y'all paid for the ticket, but the message is free. And it's a message that's so universal, so unifying, so incredibly powerful, it's going to be adapted into a movie. And that way you can share it with your friends, with your family, with your children, with grandparents, with parents, because it's a message that lets everybody know that all things are possible with faith. I want to give homage to the fathers. To the powerful men. To the men that stay. To the men that do what they're supposed to do. To the men that let us lean on them and never bend. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. And ladies, a wise pastor once said that, I want to get this right, there's a difference between a single mother and a mother that's single.
Amen.
Know the difference. Appreciate the man that does not turn his back on you. We see you. We love you. We honor you. So I want to introduce our amazing cast, starting with a big round of applause for our sound engineer, aka sister of the player. That would be DJ TNT. If you don't know, now you know. She's the hottest around. Here we go. I don't know if you want to hold the applause or do it one by one, whatever works for me. But I'm going to start right now with The Dream. Miracle, the oldest one. off with this last three. Can I get a round of applause for I am Pastor Chris, the voice of And the final two that brought it all home for us. Yolan, a poet's poet, the father.
Okay.
And y'all finna get on your feet.
Get on your feet.
Get on your feet and start clapping.
Everybody put their diamonds in the air tonight.
And without further ado, I want to introduce the great mind behind this. We wanted nothing more but to make this man proud. Because he worked so hard to bring this to fruition. Y'all just don't know. The passion, the power, he wanted this message out. And I think he did it in grand style. So please, I need you to start clapping.
This is a
Start clapping. Start clapping. Producer, director, Carlos Wallace.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. H to the RV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC.
How y'all doing? I have to first ask the question. So, was all the cussing worth it? And the hard rehearsals and the, damn, can't y'all be on time? Miss, I'm always 10 minutes away. I'm gonna introduce them like they're supposed to be introduced. Miss 10 minutes away. Miss, you know I'm always late. Miss, I told him, Carlos, I told him. Miss, I promise I'm coming, I promise. And hey, I know Lysandra delivered a message. It was about 6 minutes. Miss, it was about 40 minutes until we put it out. I said, it's not church, but